Hey guys, and welcome back to Mid-Pack Racing. Got the big block modified race here for you at Knoxville Speedway. Didn't get a lot of practice in here, but wasn't awful. It's an open setup race. I'm still getting used to the setup I downloaded, but we're setting off for qualifying here. Hopefully I can get a good lap in and hopefully start up towards the front. So, not the best qualifying lap. Looks like we're about 8th right now out of 14 cars that put down a lap, which isn't terrible. We are about just over 2/10 off from the leader, but right around, we're within a tenth of a lot of people, so it should be a close race. Unfortunately, we're starting further back than I would have liked, but I'll see you in the feature. So we'll be setting off here soon. We got the 9th qualifying spot, not terrible. We are the number 8 car, so I guess that's kind of to be expected. This is a really high strength of field because without me being the 8 car, I'm right around probably the average, so the strength of field is probably 3,000. So, starting off here, thankfully we got the inside. Hopefully we can get a good start and some good clean racing. So unfortunately we got into the 5 there. He slowed up and a little bit more than I was expecting. I tried to let off as much as I could to stay off him, but still made a little bit of contact. Thankfully he didn't spin. Don't want to be that person to spin someone on the first lap. Really got to watch out for this car. If I get up near the wall and the car gets unsettled, it likes to just out of nowhere turn to the right, so don't want to clobber the wall and climb it. Relatively fresh track when we got it. I'm not 100% sure where the slick's going to come in. Probably down low, but I don't know how good the top's going to come in later on. Not too much slower than the guys in front, but we are a little bit slower. Should have got a little bit more practice in before this, but it is what it is. So yeah, keep sliding up, coming out of the corners, and not sure how to really avoid that. I just gotta avoid the wall. Car likes to pull to the right coming out of corners. But there are cautions in this race. So I don't know if we're going to get one, but it'd be nice to go green flag. At all green flags, but oh, we got a 4 car getting into the 5 up there. And the 5 flipped, so we got a caution. Well, I'll see you after caution and see when we go green. So we're about to go green this time by. Got inside starting position. I think I'm about 9th, just where I started this race, so I'd like to move up a little bit. My goal is to finish in 8th or above, so I won't go down in iRating, but as long as I can get a clean race, I'll be happy with that. Got a car to the inside. Stay off the 4 like I don't hit it like I did the 5 in the beginning of the race. Real nervous about this car the 14 diving down on the inside of me. So as you can see, it's getting pretty slick down on the very bottom. So I don't want him to throw it in there and slide up and hit me. And have the best exit off that turn. It's a little sideways coming out of the corner. Expected that, but that 14 just threw it in. Unfortunately, it just seems like I'm not that fast in this at Knoxville here. If you watched last week's race, not many people did, but I think it's one of the most interesting races. I was relatively fast there. Admittedly, it was a low strength of field, so I should have been a little bit faster, but started up near the front. Got up to 3rd and got into an incident with, I believe, the 2nd place car. Fell all the way back to 16th and worked my way back up to 3rd and then got into another incident. So, tried to do a slide job, but he was there and didn't want to get into him. I'm not the biggest fan of Knoxville here. Like a little bit more banked of a track. If I had a little bit more time, I would have tried to adjust this setup to my driving style a little bit more, but Didn't have enough time to do that. Could be worse. But can't tell, but it looks like the 2 and the 4 up there, they're getting into each other, so they might wreck someone and bring out another caution. It's really what I would need right now is to caution to restack the field. Starting to get a little bouncy. Modifieds like to bounce all over the tracks. No matter what track it is, they like to just bounce all over. A little over halfway in this race. So far we only had 1 caution, which is pretty good. Sometimes these big block races can have, like last week had 7 cautions total. So good that we're not having that many cautions this race. Trying to stay consistent. Getting a little hard with the bounciness of the track, but sometimes I enter a little too fast or get a little sideways coming out of the corner, but we fell back from that 14, but really not falling back too much anymore. If anything, we're catching him a little bit. He just slapped the wall right there. Got him onto our outside. Oh, that was not a good turn. Got unsettled halfway through the turn and had to turn in again. I was real loose coming out of the corner. Gonna get up right in front of him here. He'll probably do a slide job. Oh, maybe not. It's not clear. And I tried to slow down. I was off the gas, but he still got into me. I thought it was bouncy earlier. Now we're really getting bouncy. Can't tell if the bottom's faster right now or not. The top is starting to get really high up there. The distance is much further than running the bottom. The bottom's really slow and very narrow groove for the tacky part on the track. I look to do better in... Looks like I'm better in 3 and 4 on the bottom than I am in 1 and 2. But we were able to get around both those cars. But I guess we'll just stay on the bottom. They won't be able to do a slide job on me then. Oh, got a real sideways there. Stayed on the gas a little too much. Only 10 laps to go. We're 9th right now. Right where we started this race. I'm happy that we didn't fall back. We didn't finish any further back than we started, so that's good, but still not that 8th place or better I was looking for. Although we did get a clean, so far it's been a clean race. 0x. And lately I've been struggling with safety rating, and safety rating went down from 4.5 to like 4.2, so with this being 50 laps, this should be a real good boost in safety rating. Unfortunately, like I said, not a boost in iRating though. The next closest car behind me is over 2 seconds behind. I don't know what happened to the guys I was battling with there for a little bit, but to give us a little breathing room. Hopefully there's no caution at this point. There's a caution at this point and we have to have a restart. It'll be a heck of a finish, I think. Even in the back of the pack. Climb the berm a little bit there. Got a little sideways. Thankfully, I haven't tagged the wall coming out of the corner. I was real worried about that. Especially in practice, I did that a lot. But got 2 laps to go here. Fortunately, didn't get, or not as far up as I wanted to, but and it's not as interesting of a race. But that's how it goes sometimes. So that's going to do it. We got 9th place. Like I said, not as good as I would have hoped, but it is what it is. At least we had a clean race out of it. Should be a good boost in safety rating. I mentioned before, all that stuff is down in the description. I got the number of laps down there, the strength of field for each race, my current safety rating and iRating for the given series. And I do have my referral link for iRacing down there. If you ever decide to get iRacing for yourself, if you don't already have it, it is a $10 credit for both you and me, so it's not a sponsor link or anything like that. I just think iRacing is really cool, and a lot more people should get it. But if you did like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, go check out those other videos, especially the modified race. I had some pretty good racing in the big blocks before last week's Eldora race, and a week or two before that was the Lima Land race. Both those were really good racing. Glide jobs, you name it, it was in there, and it was real fun to race in those. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.